Hello and welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. Listen, if you have not smashed the subscribe button, please do so. We are headed up toward 45,000. So if you have been hesitant to make a commitment, so to speak, let today be that day. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button also, and share with your friends. Okay, Angel Reese. Angel Reese has gotten herself in a little bit of hot water. I mean, to the extent that social media comments can be considered hot water. I mean, really. But in any case, she is being talked about. Well, she's always being talked about, but she's being talked about because of comments or a comment she made in a timeout during an Unrivaled game in which her Rose BC team was playing against Sabrina Ionescu's Phantom BC team. I want you to hear what she said, and I'm going to then show you some of the comments on social media, and then I'm going to give you my take on it all. I'm over here on Athlon Sports. 10-second clip.
That 12 was good. Yep. They're switching. And so was.
So Coach Nola Henry is talking to her team in the timeout. And if you couldn't catch what Angel said, she's talking about Sabrina Ionescu. She said, they can't stop it. Sabrina can't effing guard. And that got a lot of attention. And let's look at what people are saying about that. Now, I don't go through people's comments a lot, but there's a reason why I'm doing it for what I want to say about this whole situation. So here's someone on X saying, it's not Angel Reese's non-existent basketball talent that infuriates people. It's the arrogant, narcissistic lack of self-awareness she publicly and shamelessly displays. Her audacity to talk about Sabrina like she wasn't cooking her entire team is comical. Let's scroll down to some of these, and somebody else posts it. Here someone says, she mad because she can't make layups 1 foot under the rim. You don't even got to guard her. Someone else, the bricklayer has thoughts. Someone else, can't guard no one out there, though. Can't guard no one out there, though. Great shooter, though. So here's someone agreeing with Angel and saying, yeah, she can't guard anybody, but she can shoot. And someone else says, nobody could guard Angel, and she still miss a layup. Someone else, and if you said she can't make layups, you'll be in the wrong and a racist. Let's scroll down. So someone else says, I mean, Sabrina, baby, she didn't lie. You still my goat, though. So she's agreeing with Angel, but she's saying, you still number one. Here's someone else. This junior player needs to be brought down a level. Funny how she can't guard your 3-point shots and cannot even make an easy layup. Reese needs to learn respect fast. Okay, and other people are talking about the future. Like, the sky will never, ever beat the Liberty. Sabrina will make sure that I'm here for it. Okay. And somebody else, I mean, you can't guard. Facts. So, and this is something that I want to get to. Didn't even know this comment was here, but it's a perfect segue. So I am going to read it. In fairness, imagine if everyone got access to huddles, it would get real nasty. Now, this is perfect. I hadn't read that comment before, but it's exactly what I want to get into. So it's perfect. Angel Reese is taking a lot of heat. As you see in those comments, a lot of people, and they're not just saying Angel was wrong for saying that or whatever. They are coming after Angel and talking about layups and talking about bricks and all this stuff. And it's because what she said got out there, and people talking about she needs to learn respect, etc. Wait. Let me say this. Sabrina Ionescu did respond So, and it was really simple. I don't even need to show it to you, but I will anyway over here on Athlon, because those comments were in response to Sabrina's response. They're calling it a clapback. I mean, you decide for yourself if this is a clapback. But it says Sabrina Ionescu claps back at Angel Reese with a one-word response after disrespectful remarks. So there it is right here. Well, first here, we all heard Angel Reese during that timeout, right? Ha ha. And that's that. And then here from Sabrina, LOL. LOL. So they're calling LOL a clapback. So back to that segue into my thoughts. There is nothing Angel Reese did right there, said right there, that hasn't been said by about every team ever, from junior high to high school to college to the pros. Nothing she said that's out of the ordinary. How many times maybe you were here as a coach myself? I might hear a player or somebody who's playing. I don't even care if it's a pickup game. How many times would you hear somebody say, "Yo, get me the ball down right there on the block. She can't guard me." You know, or something like, "Man, I've been listen, take the ball to the basket." I might say to somebody, "Take the ball to the basket. Take her off the dribble. I'm watching this whole game. She can't guard. She can't stop you. I'm watching." So there's nothing she said that's out of the ordinary. There's nothing she said that hasn't been said a zillion times in a huddle with a team, with players just talking about what they notice in the game. And if you want to call it disrespectful, as we see from Athlon, then you can call it disrespectful. But generally speaking, it's disrespect that never leaves your huddle. Nobody ever is supposed to hear it. So her getting smoked over her comment is a reason why perhaps coaches shouldn't be mic'd and people shouldn't have microphones in somebody else's huddle. Now, I realize that in this situation, looks like a fan caught it and then broadcast it to the world. But this is a reason why people shouldn't be having their phones over near your timeout. People shouldn't be gathered around your timeout, hearing what you're saying. I even saw an Unrivaled the other day where the camera, I'm not talking about a person's phone. It's hard to stop that, admittedly. I guess. But for sure, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about somebody, the camera people. They had the camera right in the coaches drawing up the play and talking, and they had the camera right there. And the players got around and was like, what are you doing? And they kind of like stood over it and blocked it. All I'm saying is that Angel didn't say anything that you probably haven't said when you were on a team, or if you coached the team that you might have said to your team and somebody said to you. But because it was broadcast, like that last commenter said that I read on X, all of a sudden it's a big thing, right? And it seems disrespectful, and it becomes fodder for a player to really want to take it to you. It becomes fodder for a team, what they call locker room fodder, right? And the fact that it's Angel Reese, and because she already gets cooked because of missed layups and form and things like that, and her team losing, they've won only when she doesn't seem to be on the floor as much. She got kicked out of the other game, so people are saying, "Oh, she's out. They won because she's out," or she's sitting on the bench and Lexi Holmes get more minutes, etc. So because it's Angel Reese and people are already cooking her for stuff, then when she says that, it becomes a huge deal. But it is a case to make sure that other people are not in your huddle, getting your info and hearing the stuff that only your team is supposed to hear, because then it becomes a huge thing. And Angel, and granted, she said it, and I'm sure she meant it. I haven't seen her back down at all, right? But she's gonna get raked over the coals for that. but it's not something new. It's like not like a player hasn't said that like every single game in the history of basketball, right? So let's look at what Sabrina Ionescu did do that night, because she was a force to be reckoned with on the offensive end. This was Friday night, as I recall, and Angel Reese's Rose played Sabrina Ionescu's Phantom, and Rose lost 63-75. Sabrina Ionescu had missed all of the week before because she was in Paris, and she came back and fuego on fire with 32 points. She was 11 of 18 from her field goal percentage, 11 of 18, 3, 7 of 10. Ouch. She had 9 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 blocks. Okay. No, she didn't have a steal, but 2 blocks and 32 points in 19 minutes after taking the previous week off while she was hanging out in Paris. So, I mean, Angel had 13 points. She went 5 of 8. She had 7 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 blocks. And so, yeah, Sabrina was on fire. She was on fire. But some of the people said in those comments that Angel wasn't lying, that Sabrina is, she can't guard. They said, well, she sure can cook on the offensive end. Either way, situation like that, it's just like, it makes you wonder, like, what are we doing with people being able to listen in to other people's huddles and then broadcast it to the world? We're not living in the time when I was playing basketball in high school. There wasn't the social media. There wasn't the people didn't just get an opportunity to take what's supposed to be between you and your team and put it out to the world. So yeah, Angel's getting it, like the one guy said, because of the comments that she makes, because people say she's disrespectful, whatever their opinion is of her. But let's be clear, she ain't say nothing that hasn't been said a million times in sports. But they might want to do something about who can hear about it, because it's going to be interesting the next time they meet, whether in the WNBA or here. Not a big deal really, but Angel's getting it from the folks, whatever that means. But I intend to go live. That's the plan anyway, as I do for Unrivaled. And we always have such a good time in the live stream. So you should hang out with us. This is the place to be. And so tonight's game, we have Sabrina's Phantom taking on Mist. Mist finally got a win against Vinyl on Saturday. And so Sabrina, let's see, she got 32 more points in her. That's at 7:30 Eastern. I'm in Central Time Zone, but 7:30 Eastern. Phantom Mist, followed by Vinyl and Lunar Owls. Lunar Owls, that's the only undefeated team left in this league. That is Nafisa Collier's team, and they actually are fun to watch because they play like they've been playing together for a long time. So on Friday night, it was the battle of the undefeateds. Lunar Owls got the victory over Laces. So Lunar Owls, well, we'll see if the team remains undefeated. So what are your thoughts about what I'm saying, about what Angel Reese said, and about people having access to huddles and comments that were out there on X? Sabrina's response. Always like to hear respectful comments, by the way. Respectful being the key word there. And again, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, like, share, all the good stuff. I'll catch you next time because there's so much to talk about. So again, I'll catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.